Hey guys, Chuck here, back in Planetbase. Now we are kind of closing in on 100 people, and so I'm kind of trying to keep a real close eye on things here. I we don't have the most efficient layout because I think we were just kind of slapping stuff down as needed, and so that's something to look for on your own playthrough. Is that the more efficient you are with keeping the same industries close to each other and not far from storages and things like that, the people don't have to move as far to do things, and that will, help you out a little bit as far as keeping people's happiness better. But, so we were up, that's another colonist ship. So we're up to 97 people. So I know soon armed intruder again. And I think... We killed 2 armed intruders. And we got a trade ship landed. I'm going to buy another bot. And I'm getting kind of tired of having to buy these things constantly. And, I'm going to try to get out of the habit of selling, food. Because, and we need to double check, because if you remember earlier on a previous episode, before things went crazy and I had to dismantle buildings, when we had that telescope, the radio antenna going, and we were getting messages from like groups of people that wanted to come in and maybe get food or whatever, they were paying, some decent coin for that. So I think we've got a telescope console, a security console, and a radio console. So I just need to make sure I haven't built that already, because when your base gets bigger, it's kind of hard to okay, we have that built. Radio antenna. We have something. We have that laser, and it's waiting on a... Alright. So what that means is I should have built a telescope as well, and I don't... when I don't play this for a couple days, it's easy to forget, what I built and where I put it. So, we've got up to 9 pieces of metal. I think we can still... I put another oxygen generator down here, because I'm kind of looking forward to when we're going to need, obviously, more. Let's look at the grid. Oxygen for 254 people. That's going to be more pressing need as things increase. We got storage capacity for power of 62,000. We're not hitting anywhere near that. So that tells me we have enough collectors. Got plenty of those. But we need to generate more power to fill those. So what we're going to do is look at possibly putting some more turbines or solar panels down pretty soon. We're up to 98 people. We're getting close to that 100 mark. Now, we got that late. Oh, here's the, yeah, there's the telescope. All right, I got everything built. All that stuff built except the laser is pending a semiconductor. And that's going to happen soon enough. Now, I'm starting to think you know, if we can start accumulating some cash a little faster, that maybe the solution for robotics is going to be just to buy them. You know, if we can start getting a cash build up. Because we have a place here to build them, and we don't seem to be actually building any. Now look, we've hit 100, so that means we met one of the milestones. Century. Now let's see if we can keep it there. Now the next 100 should go faster. Because if we get everything somewhat stable, like, you know, right now we appear to be not running out of spares so fast. We got 5. We've got enough food. We're producing plenty of food. Now another trader has landed. Yeah, I mean, he's got some money, but I don't want to trade food for money right now. We're going to hold off on that. Unless maybe I could trade some bioplastic. Wait, I don't want to buy bioplastic. I don't have enough to trade. I was looking at the wrong area. I only got 1 medical supply. I'm not going to trade that. I'm not going to trade the metal. So I don't really want to get rid of anything I have. We've got this telescope, this radio, and we're probably going to get some of those, you know, people, as long as they're not people coming in looking for medical supplies. That's the only thing I'm a little worried about, is because we're sorely lacking, and so we need to. Well, we got more people coming in. So I need to find that. All right, here's the lab. So I've got 2 workbenches for making medical. I got 4 more meat makers there. Let's add another workbench. And I wonder if we can move that workbench over. And I could fit 2 in there. Or maybe I could fit 1 in the middle there. No. I think if that was moved over, I could fit another one. So let's check out the other lab and see if I can fit another one in there. That's the control center. Yeah, I can't fit anything else in the other lab. Still waiting on that semiconductor. I thought we had one of the facilities making those things. It's making spares. That's all spares. It's bioplastic and metal. Semiconductor foundry, 2 of them, and there's people working on those. So that should get done pretty soon. Let's check. Yeah, I don't have that kind of cash on hand, so we're gonna dismiss this again. Got another workbench. Hopefully we'll start getting more medical. I don't know if I need another canteen. Could put more meal makers down and get even, or if I should do another dome for food, or should I wait till we unlock the big one? Maybe I'll do that. I'll keep my eye on the power grid. Because I don't want to, yeah, seriously, we're going to go down here and build maybe another panel. Okay, build another panel. Because we got all these collectors, I would like to see them all getting filled up. That way we, well, now they are full. So, let's check, grid is looking better now, but you can never have too much power. You can only ever have not enough. Now let's check the milestones. So we're getting pretty close. I think you have to have maybe 10 robots available at one time in order for that to register. Because I know I bought, and we constantly hovering around 7 or 8 because one keeps breaking down. Now, that thing's ready to be built as soon as somebody shows up. Trader has constructors, drillers. We'll take a carrier bot. Like I said, I don't like trading all this food, but trying to get ahead of the robot breakdown. So we got another solar panel built. And of course it gets done right at dark, so it won't be able to actually do anything right now. But yeah, we passed 100 and we're still climbing. We're up to 113 people. So pretty soon we're going to see an increase in productivity. But also we're going to need, let's just check our stats. Okay, status is good now and we're seeing the prestige climb. So now maybe we can start like piecemeal introducing some of these more, shall we say, cosmetic items. So we'll put the signpost down. It doesn't, I don't know if it has any effect, like on morale. Maybe people say, hey, we got a sign out here now. But, and then we're going to look at, obviously, this pyramid and the monolith, which require a whole lot of metal. So when I get a good surplus of metal going, then we'll put those down when we're not worried about anything else that might need to be built right away. Another trader. Yeah, nothing that... I mean, I'd like to get that money, but I don't want to trade food for it, so... We've run out of spares. But we have plenty of spares workshops going, so I'm not too awfully worried about that. I think those are going to replenish soon enough. Let's check the power grid. Alright, we got the storages are full. We had 2 more structures get built, and I don't even remember what I had selected to build. Oh, the signpost and the connector for it. Alright. Signpost is down. And we just had some more people show up, and we had a meteorite hit an extractor. So it's funny that we got the laser, yet, you know, it didn't even shoot that meteor down. And we had 2 things get taken out with meteorite strikes. So you might have to maybe put lasers on, like, a couple of them at different ends of the base, maybe? So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll put one over there too, and then maybe between the 2 of them, they'll catch anything inbound. All right. Definitely doesn't have anything I want to trade for. Well, I'd like the money, but like I said, I'm hesitant to trade away all that food. So we're just going to keep hoping we get one of those. Wow, that was close. It makes you wonder what the laser's doing. That was within range. It should have been. You can click the laser and you see that green line that tells you everything it covers. So that was right on the edge. Now, so you probably have to have multiples of those things scattered around to catch everything. So I might have to like build one over here. Yeah, 123 people now. We have gained probably 30 people since I logged on. So yeah, things are, at least for the moment. Now this is teetering between decent and good. So that tells me we could possibly build another cabin. So I'm gonna put some more beds down. We lost a doctor. So we lost 2 people killed to the intruders. That kind of stinks. Now we have to start thinking about the welfare. Because yeah, we were at good, now we dropped off, we took in more people. So I think the structures that have an influence on people's happiness, for one, these people had to walk a pretty long way to get here. So I need another airlock. Now I'm probably going to, maybe I could put one here. The only problem with airlocks is can't reconnect to them, but I can connect to that. So let's put that other airlock down there to maybe cut down on travel time going to and fro. Now, what do we have here? Anything interesting? Obviously, these GM vegetable plots are pretty good to get for obvious reasons. Give you a little more food production. So right now, food is still looking decent, even meals. But I might put another canteen down. Wow. So the meteors are like hitting everything in sight right now. Cabin has been built. All right. Now, see, you remember earlier we were having these issues where we were constantly lagging behind because we need to build something. We didn't have the resources to build it. And now we can start. We can generally build something when we need to. The only issue now is bioplastic, and we're about to request a bunch of beds to be built. And we don't have the bioplastic to build all of them. All right, one of them's going to get built right away. Trading ship. What does he got? I see robots. So let's take another carrier bot. All right. Whoa, I don't want to... All right, let's... Well, that should get us at 10 robots. I guess that'll hit that milestone now. Because I thought it just says acquire or buy or build. So I just assumed that that's cumulative. But I guess it has to be... You have to have all of them at the same time. Got a couple beds built down there. Hopefully that will improve. No, look at that. I told you what happens every time we get a robot, we lose one. It's getting kind of hard to get ahead of the game on robots there. Especially since my robot factory down here, wherever I put it, isn't really producing robots. It hasn't produced any yet. Now with this population increases, I'm hoping, I can get people assigned to most industries. And that's why hence the reason for trying to get more bots. Because that's what bots are made for, is doing that, the mundane work that, to free up humans to do more interesting things. Which consequently is my view on AI. But we're not going to get into that subject right now. But I think it's really good at, crunching crazy large amounts of data really quickly. Well, let's shoot for... Come on, connect, will you? Okay, I connect that to that. Now, is this going to be people or a trader? I think it's people. Yep. Up to 9 robots again, so... This guy doesn't have any robots, just got money. Nope. I want money, but I want I want to acquire it when I have a big surplus of items to sell and not be running myself kind of short on things. So let's check the grid again. Like water, okay, water is getting a little tight. I think power we're good on. Oxygen, we're obviously still good on that. But, you know, power we should be, but maybe water we want to build another water extractor. So I want to put one out here because that's where we have all the other water. Maybe I have to wait for this to get built so then I can connect. No, I can't connect to that. So maybe we're done going in that direction. That kind of. But there was a. Maybe that was on one of the other planets. There was a connector that you could connect areas so you could continue stuff, you know, building in other areas. No, we've run out of spares again, but I don't think that's going to last too long. Now, storage is starting to stock up. We're getting a lot more food going. Now, let's check out the trader. What does he have? He's got a driller bot. Now, can we raise 256 money to buy the driller bot? Let's see if we can. Let's even put the coins that we have in there. And then we'll go some vegetables. And we'll do some more medicinal plants. And I think that's going to get us... All right, now, as long as another bot doesn't break down, that'll get us to 10 robots. But it seems the pattern has been lately that as soon as I buy one, they break one down. I think they're doing it on purpose. It's the League of, it's the Union of Robot Salesmen that's behind it. They come in and sabotage the bots, so we have to buy more. Well, we just ran short on power. Now, if we looked at the grid, we had plenty of stuff to generate power. It's just we probably got caught by a lack of wind there for a while and didn't fill all of them up. Because let's look at the grid now. Like, look at that. We're generating way more than we need, and we're starting to fill the storage. So I think we just hit a little momentary lull there. Which tells me that we're going to build another turbine. We're just going to keep these things cranking. Oh, we got that milestone finally. And that was a driller bot. So maybe using it in the mines will free up a person. Meteor impact on a wind turbine. And let's build another water extractor. I guess we can... All right. Another trading ship. What does he got? Mega collector patent. We don't have any money. So I am not going to trade any of what I have for anything. Kind of hoping we get one of those visitor ships come along that we make a bunch of money from them. Now let's check the grid since it's nighttime. And look at that. We're not producing nearly enough power, but we got plenty stored. And that thing's coming to get repaired. We got the other turbine built. And that water collector is going to get built soon. So I'm kind of liking the situation we're in now. We're still not building up a surplus of metal. So I might think about putting down another metal processor at some point. Right now I have another multi-dome. So we're going to put some more exercise equipment in here. More, couple drinking fountains. Whoops, treadmill. Maybe a potted plant. Maybe a bench. So people can sit and watch the people that are exercising. I don't know. Maybe another screen. All right. And we've run short on medical supplies again. Although I have another... We have 3 workbenches here to make them. We have a couple starch. So we might need to start producing more starch. The next time we put down a food dome, we'll plant some more starch plants. And then we get enough of those benches. Well, this dude's selling medical supplies. I could buy a couple. Just in case anybody is in need. Alright, we got 139 people now. We're really picking up people at a faster rate at this point. So, it's still showing just decent. And we have an armed intruder again. Intruder has been dealt with properly. So that's what I call proper gun control. Is being able to hit your target. So nobody leave any weird comments. I'm not going to try to get too political on here, but seemed like the thing to say under the circumstances. Now, all right, well, we're up to, we got our 10 robots. Now, let's check out, the milestones. We have, obviously, to build a monolith to get that, but the monolith can wait. Consolidation reached 300 population. And acquire 10 techs. So we don't have too many of those techs yet. So you can see we've got the extractor, we got the turbine, the storage thing, constructor bot, the GM tomato. So we still got a lot more techs to get. The collector, the onions, the driller bot, the farm dome, and the colossal panel. But I think we're in a pretty good place right now. And with that said, we're going to sign off for the moment. So I hope you have enjoyed this video or found it helpful in some way. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I will see you the next time.